Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in today's video I want to share with you an amazing and dramatic game played between the 5th World Chess Champion Max Euwe and the 8th World Chess Champion Mikhail Tal. This was an exhibition radio game played in 1960, and Max Euwe opened up with e4. Tal's answer was c5. The magician from Riga goes for the razor-sharp Sicilian defense, and then he chooses Najdorf variation. We have this main line with bishop g5, bishop e7, queen f3, queen c7, and white castles queenside. Of course, all this is a well-known theory seen many times. Then black is expanding on the queen side, is preparing the fianchetto of the light-squared bishop, and at the same time this is a provocative move. Black is provoking e5. We have a double attack. Bishop b7 counter-attacking white queen, neutralizing the threat. But in here, instead of touching his queen, instead of moving it away, Euwe played e takes f6. He's making a queen sacrifice. This move was first introduced by Latvian chess master Jānis Klavins a year earlier in 1959 against Mikhail Tal himself. Tal prevailed in that game, and here we have it a year later. This time it's Max Euwe who is testing this variation against Tal. Tal accepted the queen sacrifice, bishop takes f3. Right now we have two hanging pieces. A year later, in 1961, in Tal-Koblenz game, when Tal chose this line, Koblenz proceeded with d5, but in this game we have bishop takes f6 continuation by Tal. Bishop takes f6, rook c8, bishop takes g7, rook g8. In Klavins Tal game, Tal played rook h7. This is how the game went on. I've already covered it on my channel, the link will pin in the comment section, but in our game we have rook g8. To be honest, I've also published this game as well, but I love this game so much that decided to take another look at it. Also, in the end, we'll turn on Stockfish in order to find the right path from this dangerous and dark forest. Rook g8 was made with bishop h5. Of course, bishop takes h6 is also playable, but with bishop h5, white is pinning the pawn, and now rook takes g7 can be met with knight takes e6. In our game, after bishop h5, we have queen c5 by Tal and f5. The bishop was hanging, and with f5 white is not only neutralizing the threat but also wants to open up the position. Finally, in here the bishop dropped and there came knight takes e6. But since the queen is already on c5, black moved away his queen with the tempo and then played knight e5. Rook g8 can be met with rook ag1, but okay, let's first finish up the game and then I will turn on Stockfish. So in return, white won black rook, king f8, f6, getting a powerful wedge, b4. Although at this point rook takes c3 looks very interesting. Knight a4. Euwe is making a very strange move. Better is knight e4, keeping the knight in the center, and later, if needed, both knights can support each other. The mating threat is neutralized and white has a dominating position. Instead, we have knight a4, an awkward square for the knight, of course. Knight c4, knight f5, queen e5, bishop g4, and it's in here that Tal's star shined and he made, can you find his next move? Yeah, right now black is in a very tough situation. That's why Tal decided to force a draw. He went for queen takes b2 check. This time it's the magician who is sacrificing his queen and then is giving a perpetual check. You can't play king c1 because you will get checkmated. That's why white played king a1, but even this can't help white. Black is giving a perpetual check. What I want to do right now is to go through the game while Stockfish is on. Let's start from this position on. So we can see that e takes f6 is engine's first choice. Black accepted the sacrifice. Bishop takes f6. So far, the players are doing great. And in here we have rook c8, although knight f6 or castling are engine's choices. Bishop takes g7, rook g8. And now bishop takes h6 looks very decent, right? But instead we have bishop h5. Queen c5, Tal is playing very accurately. And then the bishop dropped. Knight takes e6 check, king b1, knight e5. He's blocking the e file, but this is not the most accurate move. Better was playing aggressively, like going for rook takes c3. If knight takes g7 check, then king f8, and if here, then king takes g7. And we have an equality. And after rook takes c3, if rook e1, then just rook g8. Well, this looks very interesting, and accepting the queen sacrifice is not that good, right? The engine even prefers black's position. In our game after king b1 we have knight e5, and this is something which is allowing white to gain a huge advantage. Although after b4, instead of knight e2 we have knight a4, which is not that good, of course. Knight c4. Here rook h e1 is the move. Otherwise, black is then playing queen e5 and is managing to bring into life that queen sacrifice, which leads to a perpetual check, right? So rook e1 was very important in order to have control over the e file, over the essential e5 square, and the rest is clear. Tal just gave a perpetual check. I don't know, sometimes I think that this is too good to be true. I even have such an impression that this was a prearranged, but I'm not sure. I tried to find information about this game both in English and in Russian, but failed. But all in all, since this was played for spectators, it's possible, of course. Would like to know your opinion as well. If you have any information about this game, let us know, please. And in the end, a chess puzzle where the task is to win with the white pieces. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in my next video. Take care.